Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University.
Hello students, I welcome you to the studio of Dr. Ambedkar Open University. The name of the studio where we record our video lectures is Chaitanya Studio. And in this Chaitanya Studio, today we are dealing with BBA lecture series in the subject of business communication skills. And in business communication skills, you know it very well that this subject is divided into 4 blocks. We are going to deal with today block 4, that is the last block of business communication skills video lecture series. In this block also, there are 2 units, unit number 1 and unit number 2. Block 4 is titled as essay writing and email etiquette. From those 2, we are going to deal with right now unit 1 essay writing. Students, you all are familiar with the word essay. From your school life till today, you have been writing essays in your English compulsory papers. Some teachers, some books use another word for essay, that is composition writing. Somewhere they also say it is a paragraph writing. So basically, essay writing, composition writing and paragraph writing have some common things. They cannot be replaced by one another exactly, but they are moving towards one direction only. So what is essay? If you understand it in a simple language, we can say it is a short piece of writing. So we are going to deal with this short piece of writing a lot of things. So let us see why we are today here with the objectives which are mentioned on the screen. The objectives of this chapter are: what is essay writing? That means you should be in a position to understand at the end of this chapter what is essay writing. Second, general tips to write good essay, how to write a good essay. Third, different forms and style of essays. There are different formats, different forms, different styles of writing essays. How to write a good business essay. There is a difference between essays of general nature and essays of purpose business. Next, few sample essays on relevant topics. We are also going to cover 1 or 2 samples, specimen of a good essay from your module. Let us try to understand first from definition point of view that what is essay. An essay is usually a short piece of writing which is quite often written from an author's personal point of view. First, it is a short piece, as I used this phrase earlier, a short piece of writing which is quite often written from an author's personal viewpoint. Whatever ideas I have about a particular topic, about a particular subject, I will go on expressing them by following certain norms. So they are my personal views, they are my personal opinions, that means writers. Second, essay is a prose composition with a focused subject of discussion. Remember, essay is a prose. There are two forms, poetry and prose. So, something that is written in the form of prose, normally we can say it is an essay. Subject of discussion or a long systematic discourse. Long systematic discourse. Discourse, that means conversation. Discourse means dialogues. Discourse means some kind of discussion on a particular subject. So, this is called essay, a short piece of writing. Now, if you really wish to write a good essay, then you have to follow certain tips. That is why we have said tips to write good essay. If you really wish to write a good essay, anybody can write an essay. Anybody can go on expressing his, her own views about any topic, opinions. But our purpose in this course is to learn the art of writing good essay, effective essay, where we have to follow certain things. That is why a good essay will have a relevant heading, title, an introduction to the topic, a body for description and a brief summary. So, if you try to understand these things, then you have to understand from this way that four things right now, before we discuss these points, four things are very crucial. One, remember, heading, that means title of the essay. That is very crucial. We are going to discuss later on that how you have to decide title, or already title is given to you and how to develop the essay. Sometimes you have to choose the title. Sometimes title is given to you and you have to develop your ideas. So, in both the situation, title is very important. Second, an introduction to the topic. First few paragraphs are very important for the introduction of the topic. If you introduce your topic nicely, effectively, your reader will be encouraged to read the second paragraph. And that is why you have to focus on that. A body for description, remember. Now, you have started your essay nicely. Now, the main part of that essay, which is known as body of the letter, it should cover lot of description about the topic, about the subject, and a brief summary. And at the end, you must summarize all ideas very briefly at the end. So, the reader focuses on it, the reader could remember it, reader could ponder over it, and reader could further go ahead in thought process. So, let us go ahead. First, choosing a title for your essay. As I told you, choose your title in a way that it becomes very attractive. The first thing is your title must be very attractive. Second thing that you have to take care is this. There should be minimum words in your title. As far as possible, have 4 to 5 words in your title. Don't forget to put question mark if your essay title talks about this. Then try to think that how this title I am going to develop later on. So, that is why select very appropriate words for your title. Titles could be like this. Let us say one essay is communication. So, this is one title. Second title could be types of communication. Third title could be advantages and limitations of communication. Fourth could be changing trends in communication. Fifth could be could communication be a tool to achieve business? Question mark. So this is called title. So we have to decide title keeping in mind how we wish to develop our ideas and thoughts. Second, writing out your essay structure. Your essay is to be structured. Remember, deciding on your conclusion first. There is a connection between your starting point and ending point. When you start writing, decide the structure of your essay. And when I say structure, that means how you are going to put your ideas in a logical way. You must know in your mind, you must visualize in your mind before putting a word on a piece of paper that this would be my first paragraph, then I am going to write this second paragraph, then I am going to write this paragraph. In this paragraph, I will provide some examples. In this paragraph, I will try to provide this information and my essay will end with this sentence, or I will drop this idea. My readers will start thinking over it. This is called deciding on your conclusion first. A good writer starts writing anything keeping in mind the end of that anything. It is like constructing a building. The engineer, the construction person knows it very well. When the foundation of any house starts, that means when a first brick is put here, engineer knows when and where the last brick is to be put. That means he knows the starting point, he knows the ending point. In the same way, when we start writing essay, we must know the first point. Yes, I will start from that and I will reach here. So that means think about the end from the beginning. Next, your essay introduction. Then whatever ideas you have to stick to the points. You have to stick to the subject. Only relevant information, relevant ideas, related thoughts, appropriate examples are to be provided by you in that essay, in that paragraph or in those paragraphs. There is no scope for irrelevant thoughts, because if you include any irrelevant thought, it breaks the rhythm of the essay. And when the rhythm of the essay is broken, the problem starts, because people are not in a position to connect the things. Now let us go ahead. Next is writing your conclusion. You need to write your conclusion in a way that you turn out to be more successful in writing your essay. Remember, beginning and ending must have some kind of connection. There should be a coordination from the first sentence to the last sentence. So that is why you focus on those things. So these are called tips for writing various essays. Let us go ahead with forms and styles of essay. There are various forms and there are various styles. Right now we are focusing only on theory, you can say, of writing essays. We are focusing on different styles of writing essays. We are focusing on different formats of writing essays. The first, see, the list is already given on your screen. descriptive, narrative, exemplification, compare and contrast, cause and effect, classification and division, definition, dialectic, history, other logical structures, magazine or newspapers, employment. These are the different styles, or you can say different formats of writing essay. What do you mean by a descriptive essay? A descriptive essay, if you wish to understand in a simple language, remember, I remind you here, my dear students, that all the definitions and technical details of each and every topic, each and every unit has been given in your module so precisely, so wonderfully. So, read a module line to line. Listen these video sessions for making concepts clear. It is very difficult for any teacher to cover everything in a one video lecture about any comprehensive topic. But really what we try to cover certain things that help you to understand the module or the concept. So, I use here my style, you can say. I simplify certain concepts so you can digest them. First is descriptive. When you say descriptive means when description of any topic is there, that means there is lot of narration. One incident, another incident, third incident, you are explaining, let us say, your visit to Badrinath and Kedarnath. So, you are going to describe each and every detail. We started at that time, we left at that time, we travelled in this way. So, you provide description. So, they fall under the category of descriptive essays. Second, narrative, where you narrate a one particular incident. You try to remember the things. You try to recall the things. When you recall the things, you arrange the ideas in a logical way. You select appropriate words for that and then you start writing. That is why they are known as narrative essays. Third, exemplification. What do you mean by exemplification? Develop your essay, write your essay by providing examples. That why technology is important in the field of business. Then you provide examples as because of technology, we are in a position to use emails, we are in a position to use internet, we are in a position to use social media. So, I am providing some examples to support my title. So, this is called exemplification. Remember students, you have to decide your flow of ideas before you start writing any essay. Definitely, you are going to take care of the title, but along with that, every writer has his, her own way of expressing. So, you decide that on which style you wish to develop your essay. Fourth, compare and contrast. Sometime the topic is discussed, the essay is developed on the basis of compare and contrast. Somewhere, some few lines, you talk about comparison and then you talk about contrast. For example, how technology could help in education, where I can make comparison that yes, this can replace the books, this can replace the teacher. Then I make some contrasting element, but it might distract students also. Students might involve themselves in other things rather than focusing on academic things. So, this is called comparison and contrasting. So, you develop certain similar points and you also draw attention of the reader towards contrasting points. Fifth, cause and effect. What is the cause of this and what is the effective? Environment. For example, if we do not save our environment, what will happen? So, what are the causes? Because of this, because of this, because of this, we have disturbances in environment. There is a global warming, there is acid rain. Now, these are called disturbances. What are the causes? We are not careful. We do not grow trees. In fact, we cut trees more. We don't care about plastic things. Lot of air pollution. These are called causes. What are the effects? We have disturbed weather cycle. Somewhere there is heavy rain, somewhere there is no rain, somewhere the temperature is so high, somewhere people are shivering because of cold. So, this is called effect of certain thing. So, you have to decide which thing is to be followed by you. Next, classification and divisions. Sometime you can develop your essay on the basis of this theory, classification and division. You classify that, let us say you classify Gujarat in two regions, South Gujarat and North Gujarat, for example. So, there is a classification, people of South Gujarat and people of North Gujarat. Then you talk about what are the specialities of people of North Gujarat, what are the cultural awareness, cultural sensitivity of the people of North Gujarat, same qualities of people of South Gujarat. So, what you are doing? You are classifying them into two sections, dividing them on the basis of their ideology, their thoughts, their economical status, their social status, their upbringing and number of things. But basically, you classify them and then you express your ideas. Next, definition. Certain essays are developed on the basis of definitions, that you provide some concrete definitions given by an expert on something. If I have to develop an essay on communication, then first of all, I will start with some introduction and then I will provide certain definitions given by the experts, communication experts, and then I will analyze them. I will try to catch your attention by talking to you, by discussing with you, by writing those things which are hidden in this definition. Next is dialectic. Dialectic, that means something that comes through tradition. Normally, these kind of essays are found in philosophy, that where you put one point, then you make another counter argument and then you make another counter argument for that counter argument. You start with some premise, you start with some assumption that this is this. Then argument is, if this is this, then what is that? Then the third argument is, if this is this, what is then what is this? In this way, you are arranging your ideas, keeping in mind the earlier argument. So, this kind of essays are found in philosophy, because where you have to think a lot logically, and philosophy would definitely help you, my dear friends, to think comprehensively, and a good essay could be written by you if you could think comprehensively. Ultimately, remember, any good piece of writing is possible when you try to think about that topic from all the perspectives. You cannot be subjective while writing any essay. You must be objective. You must be thinking about all the people who are associated with that. So that is why focus while you are writing. Then we have history. When you talk about the growth and development of anything, that is called history. If I talk about India's freedom movement, and then I discuss, I write the whole thing, that is called essay based on history. Other logical structures, apart from this, a writer, an author could have another logical structure also. The author might feel that I would develop my own style, so you can write in that way also. Magazine or newspapers. When you write any essay for any magazine or for any newspaper, you require different skills, you require different writing techniques, you require more facts, you require awareness about general reader. So this theory requires different kind of skills. Employment. If your essays are related with employment, that what are the job opportunities for commerce students, for BBA students, for engineering students, then you need to provide lot of information, lot of data and lot of planning. That if this is this, if this is this, then you have to do this. So that means students, you must think before we go towards the end that these are the different forms of writing essays. So students, if you really wish to develop the art of writing essays, then focus on certain things. First of all, decide an appropriate title. Then design your thoughts. Once you design them, then arrange them. That from these ideas could be taken in the first paragraph. These ideas could be incorporated in next two paragraphs. But while writing the first paragraph, I would make the decision that this line, this idea, this thought process will come at the end only. So I will decide my starting point, that is introductory paragraph, body, main paragraph and concluding paragraph. But there should be some logical connection between these two. Take care that you include only relevant thoughts. Be precise about flow of your ideas. Be clear about your thought process. There should be synchronization of all the thoughts. And most importantly, when you are writing any essay in English language, your essay should be grammatically correct. So follow rules and grammar. And before I end, the last statement, that please take care about the length of the essay. If it is said, complete your essay in 2000 words, then please stick to that limit. If it is said, write in 300 words only, then write those 300 words only. So while writing any essay, we have to follow the word limit, and in the exam, along with the word limit, time limit also. So plan your words, plan your thoughts, plan your time, and then start writing introductory paragraph. And when you are writing introductory paragraph, start thinking about what would be the ending paragraph. So students, read newspapers, read magazines, listen experts and develop the art of writing essay. Thank you very much.
स्वाध्यायः परमः